Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys, back in today's video with another Marvel Legends review. Today we're looking at Spider-Punk from the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse wave. A very interesting look for the character. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the review. First up, taking a look at those boots, and I will say the sculpt for them are just absolutely phenomenal. They look so great. Some added sculpting around the soles of the feet, not on the bottom though. All those laces and the holes they go through. These laces being tied up even higher and these ones being lower. The consistency thing, I love this detail so much. It's just such a fun character design, but there's like really nothing to this. It's just straight plastic. No paint, no shading, nada. It's just purple plastic. I think usually he had like some words or designs all throughout the pants, but yeah, here it's just straight black. There is some sculpted detail though, some folds, some wrinkles all throughout it. There's a big patch right there on the side. Nothing to really write home about though. You get up to his belt piece. I like the rose gold paint right there for the buckle and for all the studs going around. It is extremely reflective and looks very nice. He also has suspenders going down. You can see they go on the back and the front of this belt piece. Now we move up to his torso. There is a ton to unpack here. You have this torn up shirt and the musculature is accurate to the movie. Love the tear at the bottom and these little holes right here too. And he also has holes on the back as well. But just like the boots, really no paint at all, except for this around the collar. You have that classic iconic Spider-Man webline pattern right there. It is just super faint, but again, I just love that they included that. A nice callback to the OG. Now this vest. Oh man, this vest is just gnarly. It has the same exact like rosy metallic color as the belt. You can see that along the studs right here, the zipper on the pocket right here, all throughout the back. The paint wasn't put on like super well. You can see it leaks beyond the studs. It's kind of on the jacket, but it's small enough for you to not really notice. On the spikes as well. His logo on the back. It's not really picking up well on the camera, but it is a very vibrant purple pinkish color. And I think that's just super eye-catching. I love it. And yeah, there's a cat right there on that button. I love cats. They're some of my favorite animals. That's really cool that he has that. I'm an even bigger fan just because of that. You have another little patch right there. And then on the front as well, some buttons. Is that a nuclear symbol? You have the Union Jack and some more miscellaneous pins going on. Some anarchy. The shoulders are sculpted differently. This one is like sort of intact. This one has that tear though. You can see a hole right there. We get this band going around his bicep on this arm, painted in that really nice metallic color. For this arm, it's going around his wrist, same metallic paint. I love the lankiness of the arms too. We go down the wrist and there's the same paint apps that we see up here on the upper chest. That pink color and it's just like lacing or web design. And he, of course, like the other figures in this wave, has that multi-dimensional watch molded in a silver plastic with the screen having that orange paint apps right there. And you also have this collar going around the neck. Some more metallic paint right there. Love it around the buckle too. Yeah, overall a figure with a ton of sculpted detail, but not a whole lot of paint apps. Now going over the accessories. First up, the unmasked head sculpt. This is something that we didn't get in the figure last year, but we are getting it for this one. Love his hair. Not a whole lot of sculpted detail in it, but just the individual pieces of his dreads just shooting outwards. It just looks so dynamic. And the face itself too, they did a bang up job on this. The eyebrows, the eyes, the lips perfectly painted in. And even the jewelry around the face, all those piercings have that metallic color, the same as like the vest and the belt. And the sculpt is just spot on to Hobie from the movie. It also comes with this head sculpt, a less stylized one. This one is essentially DLC for last year's figure. Some brand new story while also adding some much needed fixes for the game. What I mean is that this one doesn't fit this body at all. This is for last year's figure, the people who bought the figure last year and wanted an unmasked head sculpt. That one, of course, didn't come with one. So yeah, this is essentially DLC in the Marvel Legends line. The paint apps on this are absolutely perfect. Everything I said about the previous head sculpt apply here. I would have loved to have gotten another masked head with these colors on it. He also comes with these two hands, a hand holding a guitar pick and this hand for shredding his guitar. Yeah, that leads down to his guitar. Love all of those paint apps on there. There's the checkered box with an arrow, some is that the X-Men symbol? And yeah, just overall, just a lot of punk rock aesthetic going all throughout that piece. And it's sculpted pretty well too. Even on the back, there's a lot of sculpted detail. Yeah, this is just a really phenomenal piece. He also comes with this web flipping hand that can double as a rock on dude hand. But going over articulation, the head is able to move up this much, look down that much. There is a small amount of pivot right there and some side to side movement. His arm moves this far up, has rotation at the shoulder, an upper bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow that's able to bend in a really good amount. And he also has that standard wrist hinge, allowing his hand to move up, down, and twist all the way around. I don't know if it's like due to the squareness of his design. He has one of the best ab crunches I've ever seen, allowing him to bend this far back and this far forward. Good God almighty. He also has a waist swivel. His leg is able to kick up a really good amount, go out to the side this much, and go back a fantastic amount. Upper thigh swivel, and a double jointed knee that allows his leg to kick back this much. He also has upper calf rotation for that boot, and he's able to move his foot this far down, this far up, and he of course has ankle Alright, moving on to size comparisons. Here is Spider-Punk next to the SH Figure Arts Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen, SH Figure Arts Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Punk, Miles Morales and Miles Morales, Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen, Peter Parker and Peter B. Parker, Cyborg Spider-Woman and Spider-Man 2099, Miles G. Morales and Spider-Man India, Spider-Gwen and Lila, Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Darwin and Morbius, and finally Jeff the Landshark and Spider-Ham. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I think I'm going to give Spider-Punk here a final rating of 7 out of 10. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I really do appreciate the approach that Hasbro took to making this version of the figure or of the character. He just has such a stylish design, and I understand why Hasbro wanted to do something in that tune. But it just didn't really translate perfectly over to plastic. There's a lot of portions of this figure that are just completely lacking in paint apps, accurate to the movie or not. I just want my action figure to look good, and it unfortunately comes across as like a McDonald's toy in this state. For accessories, they are fine. I would have liked a much more varied selection for his hands. Can't really do all too much with the ones he has. The guitar looks great. Love that piece. The head as well. And that added head for last year's Spider-Punk figure is great too. Would have loved to have gotten a masked head sculpt in the purple color though. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you thought about the figure. I would love to see your opinions. And while you're at it, like and subscribe and share with a friend. Anything you can do to support the channel, we greatly appreciate it. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye. He comes with his aforementioned multi-dimensional and that added head for last year's and that added head.